Did Suhr just rip off Gibson with the Aura release? Well, in today's video, we're going to find out as we have an uber limited 1 of 100 Suhr Aura model. This is a Les Paul copy, but it's incredibly high-end and is very expensive. When this guitar was released, it triggered the internet, so I'm so excited to show you this today. So without further ado, let's have a look at the rarest Suhr guitar of all time. Hey guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury drum machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Keightley, and today I have the utmost privilege of showing you a very rare Suhr Aura guitar. As you can see, it's a very pretty instrument indeed, but these are extremely rare, only limited to 100 worldwide. They were all handcrafted in California by John Suhr, who is the CEO of Suhr Guitars. This guitar really propels the Les Paul into the future, with belly carves, locking tuners, some interesting pickups, but fundamentally it has its rooted foundation in the 50s guitar. Although lots of companies have replicated Gibson designs, Suhr had never done this, so it was a bit of a shock when they released this. This was a part of the 20th anniversary for Suhr, and they wanted to do something special. But when this guitar was released, it triggered the guitar community online. A lot of people thought it was just a Gibson ripoff, and some thought it was an innovating axe. Well, in today's video, we're going to answer that question, whether this is a Gibson ripoff or something unique and innovating. So now that we've done the intro, let's dive into the specs that make up the Suhr Aura. So this is the case that the Suhr Aura comes in. It's a very high-end gator case, very good for the road. It's got the TSA latches, and one of my friends actually has one of these cases that he put in the hole of a plane, and the baggage handler actually dropped it on the headstock and it survived. So these gator cases are absolutely incredible, but shout out to Dan Ryan if you're watching. But yeah, these cases are incredible, but opening it up obviously sits inside one of the most beautiful Suhr guitars ever made. This is the 1 of 100 Suhr Aura guitar. This is number 79 out of that limited run. We'll go over all the specs in a little bit, but you do get some nice case candy with this one, including a strap and a keychain, so I'll get that out now. Here's the strap still in its original packaging. Here's the lovely leather-bound keychain, and a little Allen adjustment and screwdriver for your guitar. But as I mentioned, this is an incredibly limited guitar, so let's pull it out and go over the specs of this beautiful Suhr Aura. This guitar is number 79 out of the 100 run, the 20th anniversary, and is signed by John Suhr on this. Very nice certificate of authenticity, and I believe that this guitar was purchased from Guitar here in the UK. This is a beautiful looking guitar. It's got a really nice kind of 50s style top, nothing too heavily figured. Got a nice bit of flame, a little bit of cross grain. Obviously this kind of adapted Les Paul single cut shape to avoid lawsuits. We've also got a very unique headstock design. So it does have unique, features already. It's not a rip-off of Gibson's trademark, so they're not doing anything wrong so far. Of course, there's a lot of that Gibson DNA with the tailpiece and bridge, the 4 controls, the pickup selector being in this position. But I do believe so far that this is a very innovating guitar and isn't a complete rip-off. What I really like about this guitar is that it has African akume on the back. So we have 2 pieces of African akume. If you've never heard of akume, basically it's a very light wood which has very similar tonal characteristics to mahogany, so it's a great choice for builders that want to create a light Les Paul. That means that all these guitars are under 8.5 pounds, which was very important to John Suhr, to get a nice resonating Les Paul copy. We also have a belly console here, which looks really cool, a little bit PRS-like. We then have a two-piece carbon maple top, which looks absolutely beautiful, and then we have ivory binding, which is a very stylish choice. The burst is called Caramel Burst, and on the body it's trans brown. Then for the neck, we have a mahogany neck with a rosewood fingerboard, and the neck profile is called the Historic C. To my hand anyway, it feels a little bit more like a V, and it feels very different to a Gibson profile. It's still very thick and rounded, but it has a very pronounced middle, making it feel like a C. Very interesting profile, but very nice indeed. These fret ends have been rounded to perfection, and they look incredible in person. Very good work from John Suhr. We have trapezoid vintage pearl inlays, and our scale length is 10 inches to 12 inches, called the standard roll. Moving on to the headstock, this is an innovation indeed. We have straight string pull going through the nut, meaning that the strings don't get binded. This is a freer side headstock, which you don't see on any other Suhr model. It has the laser Suhr logo, and we have Suhr locking tuners on this example, and on the truss rod cover there you can see it says Aura. We then have a bone nut on this one to finish off the guitar. We also have a bone nut on this example. For the pickups, we have a set called the Thornbuckers, which are humbucking pickups with three-way switch, 2 volumes, 2 tones, with no coil splitting abilities. What is interesting about this guitar though is a bit like the PRS Tremonti. In the bridge pickup, your controls are here, so closer to you, and then your neck pickup controls are back here. This has really thrown me off in today's demo, obviously, because I'm used to standard Gibson wiring. Very interesting indeed, not for everyone and definitely not for me, but it's a cool spec if you're more of a bridge picker user. What I like as well is that we have the ivory around the pickup switch, and it's a metal switch, feeling a little bit more higher quality than the Gibson ones. We then have the Tone Pro's locking system, so the locking stop tailpiece so it doesn't fall off when you do string changes, and we also have this ABR1 style bridge as well, which again is Tone Pro's. We have the cream plastics on this one with the ivory binding, which I think is a very high-end choice for this guitar. And that's pretty much everything that you need to know about this guitar. It obviously comes in a very high-end hard case, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity, spec sheet, and the original invoice. This guitar to me feels more like a PRS to a Gibson when I hold it in my hands. It feels almost like a rip-off of a McCarthy 594. Got the really big strap buttons, that really glossed finish. It's taking, you know, a modern take on the Les Paul, which makes it feel a lot more PRS-like, especially with this kind of set neck, kind of contoured heel here. It's an incredible guitar, but I don't think it's a complete rip-off of the Gibson, if I'm being honest. In my opinion, this is its own thing. It does obviously look a little bit like a Les Paul, but it's like a really cool modern take on the Les Paul, but still has some vintage qualities about it, which I love guitars like that. I've gone on about the specs long enough. We need to hear this thing in action. So without further ado, let's go to the tone demonstration. So guys, welcome to the tone demonstration of this Suhr Aura. In today's episode, I'm using my 2-rock Bloomfield drive on the lead gain channel, and in the intro to today's video, I did my own interpretation of the legendary metal track Paranoid by Black Sabbath. I'm sure many of you were at the Villa Park gig, but I saw the live stream of Ozzy playing that song for the final time. It was an incredible performance by Black Sabbath, and I thought I'd do a little rendition at the start of this video as a tribute to Black Sabbath. Nonetheless, this is obviously a beautiful and rare Suhr guitar, obviously inspired by the Les Paul. So we're going to be doing some Les Paul style tones for today's episode. I recorded pretty much the entirety of Paranoid on the bridge pickup, so let's hear this Thornbucker in action. So this is the same tone I had at the start of the episode. This is a tube screamer going into the lead gain channel of the 2-rock Bloomfield drive. Let's get our shredder. So straight off the bat, we have a classic 50s tone coming from these Thornbuckers. It sounds incredible and obviously is paying homage to that classic PAF tone. I'm really enjoying the feel of the guitar as well. We've got this very nice kind of pronounced V shape to the neck. A very different carb to the classic 50s shape, but still very thick and very full. Let's now hear the neck position. I'm going to turn off the tube screamer just to make it a little bit cleaner. Let's hear it. Lovely woolly neck pickup tone. I wasn't quite expecting that from this guitar. It doesn't have that really bright Les Paul sound. It's more of that kind of doom and gloomy, kind of stormy Monday tone. Lovely tones. Let's add a tube screw into that and see what tone we can get now. So as you can hear by the hiss of the amp, I've really turned up the gain now. We're going to see if this aura can shred. So let's hear it now. This is a little bit of crazy shred. As you can hear, this aura definitely can shred. We've played metal, we've played rock, so now let's do some clean tones to close off the episode. Okay, so now I'm on the clean channel of the 2-Rock Bloomfield Drive. I'm on the neck pickup of this aura. Let's hear some clean tones. I've just got a compressor on the floor and the Flammer FSO2 reverb in the loop. So let's do some clean tones to finish off the episode. Let's hit that middle position now. If you can recognise that tune, let me know in the comment section below. So guys, that's the end of the tone demo of this Suhr Aura. So let's go to the end of this video where I give my full review and rating of this Suhr Aura guitar. So guys, that is the end of today's video. Before I get into my review and rating of this Suhr Aura, make sure to go down on this video and leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you think of this Suhr Aura? Is it a Gibson ripoff or is it Suhr's own unique design? Let me know in the comment section below. I don't know why you wouldn't want to be subscribed. It's completely free and it takes 5 seconds to subscribe. We upload daily, Monday to Friday, showing you some of the best guitars in the music industry. So make sure to hit subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when we make a new video. So guys, what am I going to rate this beautiful Suhr Aura guitar? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. In my opinion, it's an incredible guitar to play. Very high-end, very intonated, in tune, beautiful, elegant, all these words that we can use, which normally describe Suhr guitars. In all cases with Suhr, they're always made to a very high standard, and you don't have to play upwards of $9 to get this Aura. Their Fender kind of copy guitars and other guitars are always very nice. But what really excited me about this today is that I love Suhr's craftsmanship, but they don't usually do replicas of Gibson instruments, so it's awesome to see them do the Aura, which is obviously a Les Paul inspired guitar. The main things I love about this guitar is the weight. It's a very light guitar, less than 8.5 pounds. This historic C has a very V shape to it. I wouldn't call it a C personally. It has a really nice kind of rounded quality to it, really comfortable in the hand, and I really enjoyed how I sounded on this guitar, and it really inspired me to play in a different way. My one criticism, I don't like the way that they do the 50s wiring and the way that they kind of organize the pots. The bridge pickup is like here, closer towards you, and then the neck pickup is further away. I kept forgetting that and would kind of have to re-record in areas when I was playing with the backing track because one of the pickups was off, which wasn't ideal. But really, that is just a small gripe. I love the sound of these humbuckers, have a really cool sound. Not really replicating a PAF in my opinion, they have their own tone. The neck pickup is very woolly indeed, and the bridge pickup has that rich 50s tone. But they aren't as kind of jangly as a PAF. They have a little bit more oomph to them. They sound like they're potted. I don't know if they are or not, that's just my guess. And they just have a bit more output into the amp, which means that you get a little bit more gain. So if you're a bit more of a shreddier musician or you like a bit of a thicker tone, then this guitar is going to be perfect for you. I love the locking tuners, the bone nut was incredible, and I do think aesthetically this guitar is absolutely beautiful. In my opinion, if you're a touring musician or a guitar that needs to rely on their axe to stay in tune, whatever the occasion, then the Suhr Aura is for you. It's almost like it's really like a modded Les Paul that kind of improves on that 50s design. It's really taking all of the kind of ancient hiccups of the Gibson design and, you know, bringing it into the future and making it more ergonomic and more efficient. So that is my opinion today. The Suhr Aura is going to get an 8.2 out of 10, but I'm really intrigued to hear what you guys think of this Suhr Aura, so let me know in the comments section below. But today's video has been very fun to film. It's an absolute honour to play one of these extremely limited guitars. I can't believe only 100 were made. But that is my opinion today. I really hope they reissue the Suhr Aura at some point. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. But as always, thank you so much for watching Squealing Pig Guitars. My name is Ben Keightley, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. But until then, keep rocking, guys. I'll see you soon.